when I said his last name, I may or may not have been tripping. As in tripping, I may or may not have played a game called, ooh, let's take this edible and see when it kicks in. Anyone else? Please don't leave me alone. But are you ready for your next comic? Before I say, y'all have been so great to not roll your eyes at me and say, oh, we're tired of hearing that. Y'all are true allies. I really appreciate that. Next comic is very funny, and she has a podcast called My Life in 3 Songs. So please give it up for Christine Blackburn.
Thanks, Jamie. It's true, I do. I have a podcast. I've been podcasting, actually, you guys, for 14 years. I have made hundreds of dollars. I recently turned 50. And then a few months ago, I turned 58. So here we are. Yeah, people say you look good for your age. Christine, what do you do? What are your secrets? There's no secrets. I'll tell you what I do. I get a lot of sleep, and I drink a lot of water, and I had my eyes lifted and nose job and my teeth are capped. But I think it's the water. That's what it is. Also, I'm a MILF. That's a mom in Los Feliz. What are you talking about? I do have a kid. They're 17 years old. They're non-binary, so I say they. I don't have 5 or 7, just the one. And yeah, I named my kid Alabama. I thought it was very cute, very cute. And a lot of people say, oh, Christina, are you from Alabama? No, then she'd be called Pittsburgh. It's not quite as catchy. Oh, Christina, was she conceived, in Alabama? No, then she'd be called Vegas. Actually, she'd be called Flamingo, but that's not the point. My kid goes to an art school. They're in 11th grade, and it's actually a film school, which is pretty cool. It's a great school. It's great, because there's no sports, there's no dances. They really just focused on the child, their personal journey. Of course, my kid can't read, but that's not the point. Sure, they think Bill Pullman is the president, but still. They asked me to be in one of their films, finally, around Halloween time. And I was like, yeah, I'll definitely be in your film. And then my kid says, okay, I just want you to know, you were my last choice. It's just like, right, they just know how to twist it, They really do. And now we're looking at colleges. I don't know if you knew this, but there are no longer SAT tests. There's no more standardized testing. No more SAT or ACT. Did you know that? Yeah, it's great. Man, I thought the SATs were very hard in high school. I couldn't even spell SAT. Dementia is hot right now, isn't it? Does anybody know anybody with dementia? Yeah, sure you do, yeah. It's hot, man. Of course, it's always been around, but we used to call it Grandma's losing it. Or we'd call it Grandpa wandered off. What were we talking about? What is this cabinet here, you guys? I'm on backstage and I'm looking at this cabinet like, is this where they keep the VCR? Childproof locks. Smart flappers. Very smart. There's a big war going on. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's affected. It's upsetting. Of course, I'm talking about the war between tennis players and pickleball players. Let me tell you something. The tennis players in Griffith Park have 34 courts. They have 34 courts, and they won't give pickleball players even 1 court. This is bullshit, man. We all pay our taxes. That park belongs to all of us. Let everybody exercise. Sure, pickleball's gay. That's not the point. And the tennis players are like, well, we don't like the clacking of the balls. And I'm like, I don't like your fucking face. But I still want to exercise. We have to come over here to Burbank, actually. Burbank, you guys got a pickleball court over here. It's right in the flight path of the Burbank airport, so it's a little loud, but it's great. I love the sport, but it is a little bit embarrassing sometimes because it's basically like basically it's all baby boomers, right? Like older people used to be able to play tennis, not many more, and they're playing pickleball. And where I play, somebody always brings a boombox and they play The Doors. So embarrassing. Like, we get it, you were groovy. Anyway, that's my peers though. Those are my peers. I used to be a flight attendant, but it was a while ago. Actually, it was for the Wright brothers. Orville was a nice guy, but I fucked Wilbur. Yeah, it was different back then. I flew for an airline called U.S. Air. Did you guys ever hear of that, U.S. Air?
Yes.
It used to be called U.S. Or some people thought it was called U.S. Scare. Yeah. I was only in 4 accidents in a week. I don't know why. You know, it's funny, on the planes back then, we didn't have any credit cards. So we had to get cash. We had to just keep taking cash from people. You know, for alcohol, like $5, $6. You put that money in your pocket, you put it in your purse, and you put it in your bag. You could fly for 2 or 3 or 4 days. You could have over $1,000. Then now you need to turn that cash in. And I am not saying the flight attendants stole money. I am not saying that. But I do have a boat in Marina Del Rey. And I named it Headsets. And see, it was worth the wait. It took a minute, but sometimes it takes 2 or 3 sentences. I used to work a lot of red eyes, because red eyes, you know, basically you sleep. That's the idea. You should be sleeping on a red eye. And we would even tell you sometimes that the movie was broken. Check this out. So some of you in here that are a little younger, you girls, God, how old are you?
28.
28. I have bras older than you. There used to be one movie on the whole plane. I'm not kidding. And we would say, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize in advance. We apologize in advance. But the movie will not be shown tonight. The VCR is broken. Now, a VCR was a video recorder. You had to rewind it. But here's the thing, you guys. The movie was never broken. We just didn't want to see Daddy Daycare again. We wanted to be in the back. We'd go in the galley and we'd pull the curtain. And we'd put a meal cart over on its side. And then we'd sit around in a circle. And we'd play poker with your liquor money. That's what we did. And we did a lot of partying on overnights. You know, because we were in all these different cities, you do a lot of partying. Now, of course, we weren't allowed to drink 14 hours before a flight. But sometimes we were like, is that 14 feet from a plane? Or was that 14 hours? Hey, what's going on in that other room? Do you hear that? Let's go fight them. I love being at Flappers with the dead flapper dresses on the walls. It's a great space. And, anyway, I've been married twice. I've been divorced twice. I'm a real winner. I know. Let me tell you something. My first husband got another girl pregnant while we were married. Yeah, I know. Got another person. And I'm flexible, but I'm not that flexible. And then my second husband, he didn't want to have sex with me anymore. And it was like 3 months, 6 months, 10 months. And, well, that's just what happened. That's the end of the story right there. So, yeah, we split. And now I'm going out with a guy. He's Jewish and I'm not. And that makes me a shithead. Shithead. That's what it is. No, we're very similar. Although I enjoy camping, he does not. But he finally acquiesced. He's like, I got us a campground. It's going to be great. Down in San Clemente. I'm like, oh, great, the state park. And he goes, no, it's called the San Clemente Holiday Inn. That's not a campground. He goes, no, but it's going to be a big room and you can set up your tent. Thank you guys so much. Thanks.